my name's Molly and I am a SCAD beauty student. This video is a little bit different. I'm filming it for both my channel and SCAD's YouTube channel. I chose to film this video in Morris Hall, which is my major building, so I take a lot of my classes here. I'm just gonna give you guys some advice for incoming freshmen coming to SCAD, or just like SCAD advice in general. Maybe like you had a bad year and you just need some motivation. Hopefully this will help. I tried to think of everything I could. I'm going into my sophomore year and I'll be starting some more major courses this fall. I'm just gonna get right into it. I have this room for about an hour and I'm just so excited that I was able to film here. First things first, I'm gonna talk about classes, and my first advice is that when you're registering for your classes, and when you're an incoming freshman, you're assigned your first classes, but after that, you pick them all on your own. My first advice for that is to have lots of options because they're constantly changing and they go very, very fast. I would also recommend going to class because at SCAD, you only have 20 classes per quarter and you have 3 quarters in an academic year. If you miss 4 classes, you automatically fail out of the class. Then you'll have to retake it. You would really want to avoid that, especially if you fail out of your class because of too many absences. Just go to class. You're gonna learn so much more if you're actually there. You're gonna meet more people. You're gonna have a better interaction with your professors, and you just learn so much by actually physically going into class. And I'd also say take advantage of all that SCAD has to offer. SCAD offers so many different things that you probably don't even know about. I didn't find out about SCAD amps, for example, until I started my beauty classes because they were required for our ELOs. That's when I learned about them. Go to like Guest and Gustos, go to your major workshops. That's like a great way to meet professionals in your industry, and it's just a great way to make connections. They'll always tell you to network with them on LinkedIn. Visit like the museum, like the SCAD museum, just like observe. Just go to like anything you can and anything you're interested in. Just get out and like go do things that SCAD has to offer. It will just like benefit you so much more in the long run. I'm telling myself this too because I need to do more that SCAD has to offer because I definitely don't do as much as I should. And definitely take advantage of Savannah. If you are in the Savannah campus, first of all, it is beautiful. And you might be here in the winter, so it might get a little cool, but otherwise it is so beautiful and there's so much to do in Savannah. Like Forsyth Park, just go sit and do homework and sit and read. There's so many things that you can do downtown and it's like just amazing to hang out with friends, go to coffee shops. Definitely stay organized. Checking your email daily is like crucial. I personally have always been in a habit of this from high school because we had like high school email that we had to check all the time. Just check your email daily. You're constantly getting like messages, and that's where you get info about like events that are happening in SCAD too. You'll know how to go to those as well. Just like keep all your things organized. It'll just help you so much more through your classes and just keeping yourself calm and like collected and less stressed. And on that note, time management. A lot of people have a hard time managing their time here because we only take 3 classes a quarter, but there's a lot of work and a lot that happens in those 3 classes for 10 weeks. That's not a lot of time to get a lot of stuff covered. All my friends are constantly asking me like, how do you like get all of this done so fast? I have always had like time management that I've learned from early on in my life, just like from the previous education that I've had. One of my big tips would be start assignments as soon as you get them. So projects here, tests aren't common, so you're gonna have a lot of projects. Projects here take time. You need to start them the day you get them and slowly work up until they're due, because if you don't pace yourself out, then you're gonna be up all night the night before and you need sleep. Get sleep. Don't stay up all night cramming your work because you're not gonna produce your best work then. And a lot of times for a class, you're gonna have to submit one of your things that's your best work and you want it to actually be something that you're really proud of. So I would recommend taking your time, spacing out projects, taking your time doing assignments, just like pacing yourself, because if you time manage your schedule, then you're also going to be able to have time for socializing with friends, going out and having fun with people, and going to all different events, maybe flying home for the weekend or like just driving home for the weekend. You'll have time for all that if you're managing your time well. Don't put things off till the last minute. Get them done as soon as you can. That's gonna be your most beneficial. And another really, really, really big thing, you do not need to know exactly what you wanna do when you get here. It's kind of like emphasized that you should, but you also come in undecided. So you usually have a couple weeks to declare your major. You usually declare it in FYE, first year experience class. And it's great if you know what you wanna do coming in, but you don't have to. You can wait a year and change it. Like my roommate Allison, she just changed her major to fashion design. You don't need to know what you want want to do. Like, you can take the time to like change it, take the classes that you think you are gonna like, and then if it happens that they're for another major, like she took intro to fashion design, she was double major in fashion marketing and beauty. She ended up switching to fashion design because she took intro to fashion or something like that you need for fashion marketing, and she liked it so much better than beauty or fashion marketing. So she completely changed her mind like a year in. That's like fine, you can do stuff like that. You're not on a set plan. Don't come in like with the mindset that you have to do what you want to do. Personally, I knew what I wanted to do and I haven't changed that. I know exactly what I want to do and I'm still like really like in love with what I want to do, but not everyone's going to be like that. Don't be scared to like change your major if that's like what you're feeling like you need to do. Coming in freshman year, it'll probably take some time to adjust, especially if you live kind of far away. It's gonna take time to adjust and you just have to get used to that, and don't think that it's never gonna get better, because it will. It just takes time. You just need to like really soak it all in and just pace yourself, and it eventually will get better and you're gonna love it. But, or maybe you really won't, but for the most part, I think you're going to really like it. It just takes time to like adjust to a whole new lifestyle. College is so much different than high school, so you just need to take the time to adjust to it. Definitely call home and talk to your family. That's one of my biggest pieces of advice, because I talk to mine like daily. I FaceTime my mom every single day, every night at least, just to talk to them. I try to FaceTime my grandparents as much as I can. It's just so nice to talk to people from home, especially if you live far away, like you're a plane ride away. I'm a plane ride away from home, so it's kind of hard for me to get home on a weekend. Like, I can't just drive a couple hours home and visit for the weekend. So I'm not really seeing my family super often when I'm here, but it's very nice to have FaceTime. Just call them, talk to them. And another big thing is you do not need to be best friends with your roommate. Some people are better suited as just living together as roommates and not really friends. Like, you're just great living together, but you don't hang out. But other people like to be best friends with their roommates, but you might not end up being best friends with your roommate. So don't get stressed about that, because you can always find a new one for the next year, and you're probably not going to spend a lot of time in your room anyway, especially if you're living on campus. I was constantly outside of my dorm. I was constantly going places, meeting up with other friends, doing projects at coffee shops. You spend a lot of money at coffee shops, to be honest, if you like coffee like me. Going places and doing homework, that's amazing. Or you can go to the library too. But off topic, yeah, you don't really spend a ton of time in your actual dorm room. I would just say don't be set on the idea that you have to be best friends with your roommate, especially if you're coming in for the first time, just meeting people, or if you found them online and you're just rooming together. Like, you might not be best friends. And I mean, that kind of happened with me. We weren't like super close. We're still like friends now that we don't live together, if that makes sense. And definitely be nice to everyone. It doesn't matter who it is, because you never know who you're gonna end up with in your future. And I mean, this should be something that you should be doing like in life anyway. Just be nice to everyone, talk to people, just be respectful, because you don't know if you're going to be working for your classmate in the next like 10 years. Just like keep things like that in mind. Just stay in contact with people from your classes. Another big thing is be independent, and college is your time to really like be on your own and like explore who you are. I feel like I've really changed as a person through my freshman year of college. I'm so different from when I started 1 year ago. I have really like taken the time to spend time with myself. I would go out for walks in the mornings. I get up pretty early, so I would get up, I would go for walks by myself and just explore downtown. I'd go to coffee shops and do homework by myself. I would just do a whole lot of things to just take time for me. And don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of fun times with friends so far too, but a lot of the time I've had fun with myself, just like getting to know myself more. The last two things, almost done. Work with your professors. Your professors are there to help you. They came to SCAD to work with students so they can prepare you to go out into your industry and be a professional. Every single one, at least that I've had, they want to see you succeed. So definitely go to them for help. Go to office hours, go to extra help sessions, email them, just talk to them after class. Professors want to help you. That's what they're there for. Especially the ones here, they are here to help you. They want to get to know the students and they want to help you move on in life and be successful. Do everything you can to stay even in contact with ones you've previously had that you've had good experiences with, because they're going to be the ones to write you recommendations for things. Like, I've already needed a recommendation to apply to a study abroad trip. I would recommend doing everything you can to work with your professors, because they will help you. They want to see that you're working hard and that you care about what you're doing. And my last tip, this is my biggest one of all of them, and I would say everything I've said so far has been like very important, and like the biggest things that I've thought of. My biggest piece of freshman advice specifically, these things could be for anyone, but mainly for incoming freshmen, I mean, or transfer students too if you've never been here. Say yes. I said yes as much as I could. I would tell myself no because I didn't want to do something. But go do things with friends. Have fun. Enjoy Savannah. Go study abroad. You just can't go back in time. So don't regret anything that you did not do while you were here. In the dorm, go outside and talk to people. Everyone is in the same boat as you. So you should go out and just talk to people because the odds are that they want to make friends too. So just go and talk to people. Go make friends. Go say yes to doing different things. I definitely said yes to a majority of things, I would say, but probably not as many as I could have. Go out of your comfort zone and say yes to go do something. You're gonna like thank yourself later when you go out and have such a good time with friends and meeting new people and things like that. That would be my biggest thing. Just say yes to doing new things. So I would say that was pretty much all my advice for incoming freshmen and really anyone, but mainly I guess incoming freshmen. If you've never been to college before, just really anyone. Those were my biggest pieces of advice. I'm so thankful that I got to film it inside Morris Hall. The room was literally reserved for me. That's like crazy to me. So I want to wish everyone such a great fall quarter and a 2022-2023 school year. I hope that you do very well in all your classes and maybe take at least 1 or 2 tips that I gave you in this video to help you during the year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye guys.